Now do me share obi. I know say honorable. It is a damn see obi here. Now name me. See o Debbie. I no born come na me constituency chairman. O name say me super delegate. I mean that
Also do so a super delegate.
Also do say me super delegate.
I see.
Me so name super delegate.
Super delegate. Me chawala ni.
What was it? Yes, we read them.
Super
delegate.
Hey, super delegate.
Hey.
Allah.
Eya zengitu o.
Where dey anyway.
Hey, democracy.
Ede.
But
egum
nyame wo ho.
Yenko ba bia.
Nyame wo ho.
Anyway, mani gisemasen ahia wo.
Sir.
Enkomo no so afi na mahu maame nti a kire ye bebo.
Ye bebo nkomo no. Oh, me say.
Mahu no.
Na za nkomo no. Na di bo do bi di be kire me. No say na me say nipa yi me hu ne da. O ma me hoda. Onye inti how do I know class
or nipa we minimum no. Or me constituent mbo.
Me chese obede no. Na woni made a eye we me nya sa issues no dey bia. O say ye bo share. Obi kura wo ho to aba bia ote no. Onim so wo ha na so wo ha.
But onu anim so to aba.
Onim so to aba. Nti obi wo obi sa no say infa na wo a. Nti obi wo ha o nam ha na hwe no bia be piem. Nti me office say wo mu ba de bia. Me that na menza ni hawa ntem.
Oh yeah, the mem. Chesa u demand them.
Maybe official pa.
African committee honorable African committee.
Nyame ase say odi yamo 2023.
Ampa.
2023 31st night. Me call and sorry bear 5 before era afifufu no. Na oti asofo ni nyina. It's a year nyame ebeshira ni ma. Ba oti politics no so dia na just say Ghana dia baby ayeko no na just say nti sunsun mu no dia asofo no nyina se afi e be ya afi pa. Politics so afi dia e be ya dim pa. But ejinyame di. Ejinyame di. Bible say gidie ni di ohun ye. Na mom owo ni da so say ewo ho. So me gidi say Juma pa na nando dankwa kufu ado ni MPP aban achia nanzo emu ye wa ho hia mu de but in the face of this no me gidi say nyame bebie kwan kese ama oman Ghana na fe so me constituency for me chia wo musronko me penimfo a me ni wo mu ye juma constituency executives electoral area coordinators polling station executives so council of elders patrons the committees ahodo a eni wo mu ye juma me chia obibia na fe bi de chia sonko pa emu oden ema era Alan John Kojo Chairmanten the former minister for trade and industry Mr. Nyame Nshira sonko ni nimje sonko ema no na fe opemu nankasa omampani na nado dankwa akufo ado ni na pamfo nyina nyame enka ye ho na ehihye pa edi agu akwemu 2023 yem follow through na yem hwe se bibia be ye utie the nyama ekoso dia we ye Ghana nia wa hwe wa bembebu but I know say in every difficult situation there comes out say Adipabe free mwaba clearly maybe my home say is part of your discussions the domestic debt exchange program. Now, FT bills will forever remain untouchable, assures Finance Minister. Should government heed to Christian Council's call and suspend domestic debt exchange program? Now, for a technical team to review individual bondholders' proposal. These are matters. I mean, yes, you say you bet me I didn't come be or her and young come but I can say confidently. Say time I omo time I heading and no pay me sorry na me kind US for situation omo so I say omo do omo debt levels unless omo call Congress say yema omo lift limit na ma omo say omo hwe they won't be able to pay their debt. US United States of America omo hwe ya omo entumi ntua omo ho aka and maybe I will da line so or say I mean there are restrictions the level I'll bet me up a dika kwakudru say am kwakudru and I almost say the only way out say we moon lift is our limit no and in the last 6 months no oma lift bar no say am say akwakopem and he say omo mpese omo be kwakudru baby aga akwakudru dia na investment in pensions and investment in the health sector no also motiso to idea asifim enra na me kan on another way say Korea agwakodum pempenso say omo economy no is worse than Ghana in terms of their debt management way. IMF call omo aye say obi bia owo bibi say gold jewelries awatu to ha wonyan use here no they called on the citizens say omo famra na omo nane amanfo koya de omo wedding rings akọ to be able to support the Korean economy. It tells you say nipa no wogidie e system no say yes or how na aba ye nyina be den na yen so ya boa in our own small way said ye be ya ye betumi aso aho a etisa ano nti for me I think say obi ani ho a or such a situation mo say wakwakoto government bond na odi aye won hihye obi kura wo ho a onim say 2023 ni bond no ebe mature nti ni interest na obeje no ebi odi be complete ni dan ebia obekọ ahomgye mu this year ebia o hihye ebia opeso odi ye obi kura ho na odi obi ka nti no expect say bond do mature a odi saa sika no betua ne ho aka na akwakoba ne saa ya emu orem me nyi ndi say anybody a why investment no or your investment no say bi odi kwa koche but media me can say yenya nti ase nso say me feel say ye consultations na in term na ye chire mu say enokre aban is not running away from responsibility or how na ba we are say na nyina na yen so ebi aka yen and in the sense we are calling on you say we bond na be mature 2023 2024 2025 no ye be say ye ma bond foforo na ubenya sika kakra na ebia interest that we expecting no inconvenience ebebe mu nyina no we work it out for you na se wonni bibia wo de usika no ye mprempren mu adia defer u bond no na aban hu hare no kakra na economy na nkasa ngina ene se yanhwe ne yie na ye ma politics no remu bebre se de ye chire nsem no mu because ebi pese anka ensei ne anka se o MPP fo ntwe mu ho na aban foforo emra na bisa ho se aban ne ba is the same economy ni collapse ya okuta osika no kra ontumi mfa anya bibia mfa so beba so ama but aba ne sa no ebufu aba nipa mu bebre especially pensioners ni ade ye ho se ye call pension funds ho na aban atwe asan se on call pension funds ho ene ya san so hu se T-bills na manfo kan say o to T-bill a eno so ye be attach and finance minister my assurance say T-bills enka ho. It tells you say information flow consultation ewo system no enye so fluid into amanfo take advantage edi omun sensem etudwa ma edi usuru ni ehu ewura Ghana for mu. Clearly I think say I'm happy say na ya to me I extending deadline to 31st of January. This should engage the attention of the finance ministry. Say ye momodin na yentumi enchire nsemu enchire Ghana for ye na woni a yesusu say omo ho beka no yenchire mu nchire omo ye consultations no anko ye eno ntina nipa bia take advantage of that space na omo di esuro ni uhu ahye nipa bebre mu. It is true say osika da ho na aka che say osa enka osika enra na me ka che obi so say aban I establishes 15 billion fund for commercial banks ni financial institutions that will sign on to the debt exchange near the idea. And when to say what is the level of communication between buying the banks and the financial institutions. Said the buyer to cost we do mojuma na banks no ehun konkoka. A buying way or history and the culture say to me abua near sanitizes the financial sector after 6 years. Now say the threatening say a backward down it will not be good for this country. So I think that the conversation must be done well. Na yen koso no yen chechire mu nchire nipadom no. Bebre kura so wo a omoto bond ye ne mature no gini sika okoto bond foforo. Yenim say people had roll over their bonds and all that. But lack of confidence. Say you're running it down that confidence ni ho a obi abeji ni sika on rolling over biom. And also high speculations ni ade a ye nya ye na opposition for rating agencies downgrade Ghana ni ade e mancrofo bebre na atwe wo musika for economy no that they were not ready to roll over again. Now and the finance minister too nanum tio say ye nya 80% for debt exchange, we won't be able to get the IMF deal. Ehona nkomo no e ha adwen bebre because yantumi anya 80% debt exchange. Na ohwe babia we no work kese pa obi asori etia because you starting no you can say pension fund any your friend is saying individual bonds enka ho but you say yam ni wo man kasada individual bond holders amma on board na yan chirichiri mu yie na yan ma wo mu that assurance na wo nyina twe wo mu ho a I can tell you we won't get the 80% mark. And I'm happy said the finance minister finally is speaking the reality to the good people of this country. Because yeah, that's sorry, yeah, the news letter, but you either sign on or your bond will lose its value, and as you will not be able to hold this economy together. But you have to explain the consequences of this challenge now. If you are talking of 80%, then I could see say almost every category of bondholders they are resisting the except perhaps the commercial banks, no, our Mato, Esla bonds, Japan bonds, now they are there, and they will be holding on to it. It will not give us the 80%. We need the individual investors to also sign on to the debt exchange program. Said we will attain the 80%. Now the question then is, say want to be attaining 80%, no, now we will not get an IMF deal. What then happens to this country? It's the biggest conversation now. Was ED. Na Christian Council womonso di womanu di sem abeka that we should suspend the individual bond holders we na no. I think say yes, it's a good advocacy, but we should engage them. We should engage everybody or concerned about this. Now you're making sure say Ghana Nibia, meaning this as a Ghana a conform irrespective of who is in charge, any there. Then Ghana collapse, na say we change a buy, na buy for bar. Don't forget, say a buy for is not bringing money from anywhere. Is there people are saying say government should cut its expenditure in order? Yes, it's a good call. Government must show the way. Say we are running a lean government, we are cutting down our expenditure, but most of the expenditures are here, a call into capital expenditure. I buy ankasa sika or say in running governance. Meaning you say Tama ye woman, even if I might cut it by 80%, it will show a good sign. But that will not be enough for the problem a woman says here. So I think say we should be able to open up the conversation devoid of emotions. Now yen can okre Ghana for it is a Ghana ni bia reasonable. Say so tie komodi ni ye na onya assurance say the investment will be in the right areas are here we economy to pick the economy back. This Ghana Nibia will resist it, but we should be mindful of people who want to run the system down for the sake of their political interest and as a political expediency. Now omo tu anwagum na omo ye niama said oyende no we can't solve, because when there's a problem it requires cool heads say we will solve those problems. And yes sir, now you run a system down. The only thing those people are seeking is say there will be a change of government, but those is not buying new with this same problem. Where are you going? Because if you baby where we didn't have these problems now, and the dollar that was coming down and it's going over 12 cedis again. Yeah, sad problem. So I think say we must all endeavor to support the system. Say Ghana your small investment will have value than your huge investment in a collapsed economy. I don't think say any Ghanaian would like to travel that journey. So I'm happy. Now the finance minister had made it clear. Say if we don't get 80% of debt swap needed to get the IMF deal, you won't get the IMF deal. And from the agitations at EBA, yantumi ne nkrofo antrans ye anye proper consultation. But I'm happy that they will form some working committee within the individual bondholders, any pension. But what I don't get also, because me pensions are metia and then no, me ni say me jin and ya obi nsu kura wo ha ni pension we no ogine na on spending and then obe so I invest in other areas of the economy now when you more returns. So clearly we should be able to speak to the people. Yes, indeed a voluntary, it is not compulsion, but it is looking at we need 80%, but it's also not compulsory. So what if it's not compulsory, I've not signed on, is government willing and ready? So we at the valued rate now or then that gives us a very serious situation. Say people can say yes, I don't mind to lose 30-40% of my investment. Take whatever you want to take and pay me back. Then the few that is left in the system to support it, it is also going down. So I think that yes, the finance minister has finally opened up. We need 80% debt swap to be able to get the IMF deal. That is what Ubia should be concerned about. Here in Parliament, we've seen this, and when people were calling for the head of Kokrokoo, obviously a lot of people, because and I'm so as a leader of this economy now, all these challenges. Me, if I were in his shoes, perhaps new hands should be brought on board to be able to see how would people respond even to new leadership. But if it's the same person, the same group of people who have taken us through this same process, it is difficult for people to trust. Say indeed, that is a little challenge that I think I have with the whole thing. But clearly, there's very little we can do at this time, and we should look at our expenditure. We should be able to cut some of the expenditures that we are doing now and be able to speak to people to come on board and assure them, say, yes, the roadmap government will not default. The EKE is limited to only domestic debt. What about foreign debt? And a lot of construction project the people know you will soon be attaching them and then delaying their payment. So there are disbursement that they are doing. Soon they will be calling and say government should give them assurance that they won't touch it, otherwise they will stop disbursement for those funds. Once we hear project those projects will also be stalling, and that's what is not good for us. So Ghana first should look at it from that angle. Now you support domestically. If you support domestically and you have an IMF deal, you will be able to sustain the foreign people to be able to bring in their money for us to be able to continue and complete the programs. It will be suicidal. Say one woman, you are not able to commit to support a program. How do you call on a foreign nationals to support a program of this nature? So I think it behoves on all of us will be affected one way or the other. But then it is better say we'll have a better future, a brighter future. I say you bet me sustain it than say it will collapse on all of us. And when it collapses on all of us, your position will be meaningless and your investment will be meaningless, unless of course stability. Now businesses can thrive again. Where we're coming from the 80s and all. So I think that in Komodieni we should be open, continue to have the conversation. Now I'm told there's a technical team to review the individual bondholders' proposal. Only the proposals be about. This conversation should not only be held behind cameras. Yembo Modern say we'll have the conversations in an open forum. Not Ghana for us we need today. Do baby no. A man for weigh all the options. Akumano was so for now. But when people weigh all the options, we are able to be transparent as possible. Said near catch no more. Maybe this any panel but in the long term, or better as you say, this is the best route for us to take. And people who are chastising, castigating government and all that, this is your government for the next 2 years. You don't have a choice than to support your government, the programs. You can scrutinize and criticize the programs, no, but for the best out of it. And I'm happy people are making proposals and all that. Let's scrutinize the proposals. Let's take the best decision for this country. Where any individual decision is the whole country. Your decision say when we do a proposal, a bank should sit down with them, tell them all that is necessary, Meaning, say last week or so, when people are having this discussion, they know say if you don't get 80% man, we won't be able to get the IMF deal. People didn't even know these are the steps we have to take to get the IMF deal. That is why when the staff level agreement was reached, people were happy. But then the details for deal nankasa are what we are battling with, and we have had deadline postponed to 31st, and the date is 20th. We have just 11 days to go. Can all these things be done before the 11 days? So then we need to postpone it. Postpone, yeah. What are the ramifications of your postponement? Once again, these are serious matters. We need to consider devoid of political interest. And at this stage, and Nanado or MPP versus Ghana, but it's Ghana versus itself. Say, how are we dealing with these matters? Say the Beya, say, of course, we know and share the solution, and you continue to criticize. By the time I will criticize you, I will bet nothing. And your man say, be brave. It's me, the mess Ghana for, and we are not happy about it. But whatever it is, this is the only country you have. And this is an tenacity. Na ya nyantum na ya follow through say e be ye na Ghana ejina ni na so say the city na enyi ni say anybody, no amount of money you have today will be able to sustain you after all said and done. Intimidate say the conversation is time. Say be conversation or say the be Ghana for do na e be tiase enye say tiase keke na mbom ye be tiase to the extent say we will be able to support our government. That is the most important thing. It doesn't matter which government is in power. We need to support it. My find extreme partisanship. Partisanship because say MPP yeah there, na say so no. We don't ask whether you are MPP. And I say yeah there, na say yeah. So we don't ask whether you are NDC or MPP. We are all Ghanaians before any other thing. And I think say that is the spirit and the conversation we should have as to why we got here. The explanations is either as but the most important thing, this is where we are, how to get out of this place. Political leadership needs to be shown, and indeed I'm happy that we've been able to show the way. This is how we can get out of this place, and this is not new to our country. Most countries are doing these same programs, but of course the consultation and the level of openness and manipa be bring out here, but I have propaganda need him. To the extent say we be to week on the floor of the house, very soon we see that bank crown. So it put a lot of fear into people. Difficult for people to even trust the process. They will be able to support government. But I think that where we are now, Ghana for the best, we don't have a choice than to support the government to be able to come out of this challenge. Say IMF deal as soon as possible. It will continue to weaken our currency, the balance of payment. It will weaken the currency. The more it weakens the currency, your investment and your everything loses its value. And the inflation could do 50.1%. What it means is that 54%. It is getting scary and scarier. So we need to arrest the situation. Otherwise, you're a businessman, you are likely to fold up. And if you fold up, job losses will come. And your idea, will be happy to travel that journey. Indeed, Abayinso should also look at some of the investments in certain areas we can hold on. Now, I heard people talk about the free SHS, I heard people, but in the face of this crisis, so Abayinso saw a for asset. Now, a ban say parents are going to bear the brunt and the burden of looking for money to pay for fees. Of course, some people can pay, but I can tell you, vast majority of our people will still struggle. You be a school now saying Nkwalako invest in the say SHS you'll be a maybe Sauska. Now Osha hostel fee demands, school fees demands going to the university. My brother, and yet idea that form. So it tells you say we'll be our enjoy a free SHS and a to school or call university. Now the person is looking for help. What it means is that say we'll be free SHS now, a lot more people will not be able to educate their people, and they be long term so areas I feel said we should be able to support government to continue to invest in education. The size of governance and for account say may need the the appointees of this president is reduced from 122 his first term to 85 ministers of state. I haven't seen anybody. People are still making reference to Nanado 122 ministers and deputy ministers. We've long passed that stage. There's been dramatic reduction of ministers and deputy ministers from 122 to 85. That is commendable. And I think the cost of governance is not only limited to the number of appointees that you have. There are key sectors, how budget is tracked, how monitoring is properly done to make sure over one CDR you get value for money. That is another thing. If you say, yes, we've done projects, we've done a lot of things over time, not limited to this administration as I'm talking about now, but value for money is critical. And I think that the institutions that ensures value for money, should be updoing so that we'll get more from the little that we spend on project and all that. So, Mr. Ghana for, and I'll continue to beg Ghanaians, say, baby, I do need here. It is no longer MPP, NDC matters, but it is all of us as Ghanaians and our destiny, our common destiny, and our future put together. Otherwise, you cause extreme partisanship. But it is a country that suffers like Obika. Assume you know one year in Rana or Mukun or so, but that is not what we wish for the good people of this country. And what has been put in place, yes, it will delay, but definitely it will come. And Rami, who supposed to be a 70-year-old pensioner, or so I put now bank, say a man in the car, Enyadia Obifi Bank. It's very sad, and a lot of people who are in that particular situation. We can have a program, look at people, their age, how long they've invested, and try say those people, maybe whatever percentage we are giving them next year, maybe a bet me a Kokrokoo kakra, a best tagger. Now I should say, majority of our people will have something to lean on. Obi wa and there's no pension obe feed on. It be co pension and our target is say Jamaica or the Korean dying baby no akwa. So it means that person will have to bear the brunt of renting the place until say it be Chianaka. And how to even rent the place is a problem, because Ebiana or the government bungalow says here, the Nejuma baby won't have access to stay at that place. That person need to fend for him or herself. And these are real life situations. I was say how, but I believe it takes leadership to get out of this, and then we will definitely get out of this. So clearly, Mijidi said, then your
before your okay debt exchange program, okay about credibility. My time are more kaze Ken Ufriata and Juman to hold. Sorry, and one of the issues I'm raising and say, Ken, see, and a man for Nijidi Unimubu. And for him to even lead this negotiation is problematic. In fact, what Casa is here, was I can was at the NSC. What has happened to that call?
Yes, I mean, he hasn't, like I said, sir, members of parliament, our call, they say, Ken Oforiatta must give way. So Ken Oforiatta must give way, and we've given our reasons why he must give way, and the reasons are still tenable. And a bit me see. Say Oman Penning Bejine Jume finish because Oman Penning the power. And on one Kasanka who say the near Marquis. In other jurisdictions, train Ekonya accident, transport minister resigning. Enzo Kroma said the no country no. Enzo accident or resigning. Disaster. AC was stadium. You see for sports ministers resigning. That is why we didn't support the minority censure on Ken Oforiatta. But if you say overall confidence in the financial architecture of this country, it is all about Ken Oforiatta. Yeah, pima. So is it that say Oman Penning Beji Nejuma? And answer Odwanka Sansu in the face of the current crisis. Obekase Bema Beyebi, Wameye Nina, and the Emifantu no Bisu Metwaso. I think that is what for us there, the worst thing or where it could get to. And he said, you boycott his business with parliament. But if you go to that extent, it's the ordinary person that suffers. So I think, Oman Penning decision, and we will respect Oman Penning for whatever decision he takes. But our position hasn't changed that the Ken must go. We believe, it will inspire some confidence in the economy, and the new leadership will bring new ideas. Because Nipa Bako, open pim, it is fair. say another person should take over and also try new ideas. I mean, this is not rocket science. And of course, one can do politics, but me feel say politics is policies, constructive criticisms, and proper suggestions. Said you beya because Abai is one person, but all of us are no permanent make a when I go to my constituency, I defend it, I explain it, and I bear the brunt. Because Ube Kona say Ubi Nisika, Oye MP, Oye community leader, na Nisika Kokem, na ye nyentua ne kada ne ho kire na. Osori anopa, the person will find his or her way to your home to be able to get some respite. They're clear. That is why you can't answer we are not because we have anything personal against him. No, we won't. We don't have anything personal against him. But if you say Bema Beye Bwame, look, people who are not even able to speak to this, when they speak to you in private, everybody thinks that the man must go. But they are not even able to come out and speak, say, aye. But this is it. Memijidi say, if there's a change in the finance ministry, it will inspire some confidence in the financial architecture. Said people will come around and sit down. I don't think you arbitration now. You pay ubia or you say nipa baku leader arbitration could do baby. No one said there's a deadlock. They look for a new person for arbitration. And just so that the parties will have some confidence in this. So me, I think that call, we've not backed down on the call that Ken must go. We've had conversations with the president. The president has assured us, Parliament is on recess. By 30th, we are going back to Parliament. It's as it stands now. That is why I can confidently speak about it, because it's the majority caucus call in Parliament that Ken Ofori-Atta must go. So until the caucus comes to say, we've backed down on it, I will still stand by the position, say, Ken Ofori-Atta must go. And we respect the conversation we have with the president. So yeah, president. So Mampeni Nankasa betu, and among Noama Kenako. And I say, Ken Ankasa the echo swing in Ano, or no the Juma betu. I think that will help the processes go through. They will definitely help. Now, build some confidence. There are people, when the dollar came to about 7.9, they were saying, so Ken Ofori-Atta, the same Ken Ofori-Atta, so he should stay. Now that the thing has shot up, what are they saying? I have said, sir, the dollar coming down, it doesn't matter. I mean, you can even leave the stage when the applause is louder. You can leave the stage when the applause is louder. And there's an course at time now, you can say on corner dollar. No, because Ken Ofori-Atta $7.9. Even let a new person take over now, it's about 12. And it's call 11-12 now. So because they be any powerful from no buy no. So after all, it's not Ken Ofori-Atta. But so it's not always one leaves a job. That means what born and that's why he be born. That is why me personally, I've said and I've fought. Said there's no way we'll support the minority call for censure on Ken Ofori-Atta. But we believe that look, reshuffle now you'll be called baby fufro now be nipa fufro bemwa. It doesn't mean that nipa now we nephew or no. Wa born and I say on to me never. We've seen. But Oman Biane said, Osihuni spectacular, or the Eshe said, Oye Nejuma. So, media, a hodie, Yakan Yasam, Yewie. The decision is either with the president or with Ken Ofori-Atta, or me as a member of parliament. What the leadership of parliament will say, because for now, what we are aware and we know and have been communicated to this country is the entire 138 members of the majority caucus, Yesi and Ken Ofori-Atta, Onko. Nemo Oman Penini Edim Komos, we should respect that. Until say leadership of our caucus will come. Anything come on that bang and basi. Ninyanda Mikacho say Yanko Parliament by next week. Yakoa San Komodi Nebeba. Because your leadership, Parliament, I can't wake up now and come and penny. I was only a dim say your leadership. So we defer to our leadership to come back and communicate to us. Enti about 4 years but I think say baby Aqua could do CCR there. Menia, we should not as Ghanaians, baby Ijinebiano. We should try to look at the future of this country. Na niyama abandi agu akwem. Me nya sure say any alternatives be beba apart from baby edu ayintumi tua eka no. Yes, ye defer payment. Obi aye business na odika na eka mnewa. They said despite media, me nka say odika there. But we a company na wakoji bosia na eka na mnewa. You sit down with your debtors. Now no my arrangement. Your creditors. Now no my arrangement. Say ekano mintumi ntua tama me kan say me tua enti ma me break akra na me twitwa me ho na me nkutua me metua ekane ma so eye nkomodie ai wo se edi na wo na wodi enim no nipa na oni wa yes ahihye no first of all be say nipa in previous terms say no me call no and I feel say no me be call no. So these are conversations I was saying nyina say my hwe say be am NDC ni me say it is kwan bia so no and say ya utwia na uji usika na wo de kwan wo got na baby foforo no higher na we invest and higher na we betina and 54% inflation. It's serious.
Reverend Jazozu Marching.
Did you see a brute, Nana?
Aquabanzo.
Medas.
Now, what is saying?
We ran out to throw being in so. Na Nidini Yahweh. It didn't know Yankopon. A bit of friend Jehovah. O di bibri Sa Papano. Sa Yameno, Nadaroma, not Dumti. And I'm a giddy, the Tagitum Pepe. Suma me sum I me Christo ninti. O ma fe akwa san ba beto me. Amma san afiti afifofo ase. Na ntu bisa me nyame adom ti me ho ye pa.
Ya the radio ase. Na that exchange programming what you ase kakra.
Ana dedi ka me nchia na me am pisu na ti hey. Afi mi hu no. Me mo afi sia pa.
Afi go beji.
Me fa so am constituency for ina so. Teach you new Batiana for because new Batiana there will be any dinty America was but it was about so bad nema a japaye and I also quite an mamma so but it was a kaye yakwan wasam there will be any but another Yamaroma as a fast crano I have a bit more trouble but the hard when assembly more honorable I mean kind of correct assembly or maybe names here or assembly crowd me I don't know because a quan names assembly the bay when I'm able to choose kakra any panic team for tempo and you say rice is in the fat pine so I'm foot in eba the ensure so there here say be debt exchange program and say when you ensure we cancel just be catch say just and so a young woman answer at least tankers we are also putting people in money in people's pockets. Say money in terms of crash here, I say okay. So assembly night asing. They be in contribute to kakra kram from one adia channel pe bia. Yenya kama sabi you mefa kwan so na enfensu we den engu so. Na one oti area ho. Nya wa de ka twam. Ma one oti afie na ewo sa kwan so no. Nana. So de me no nyina ta kurase na afie ba. On se ka bi twam kurase a won se dem futuro sitie. Ewurawura nchansi mu ewurawura ntade mu ewurawura mpamu bebe ya enti e be den kwase obo mti area ko betime si niam akra den e de ahata me twam a aya na me pese me to me boase se nipa won ti but nye nyina na yadwen ye pe o wa wonim se yedua tazi da bafo mo area ho me ka o mutu okwan no so no ana me bleedima enipa etete akwan so a etwam because me fie okwan ho even though me fie ni ba ye edwi ye nti no but baby me obi aka etwam ho and so I feel it na me hwe o ma ye dwi kwan so ti be se mpase your assembly wo ho de a na MC bi wo ho na o mo nya wadwe se MP nkwa na ye to aba man nti no se MP ama me ya assembly no ntimi nyimhua na se assembly ni wo ho de ha e de me ka kire mo se but ya no kwan na ye dwi so no e wo be hia se ye di nsuo be den ebegu kwan so because enipa nti na edwi kwan no ya nyu kwan na nto keke se na nipa nti area ho de a I'm not sure say enka ebedi say say ke edwi kwan de ato but enipa area ho nti na kwan na de ho nti ya nyu nipa ho nana
chase
debt exchange program ya ka mo sam until say aban what you see e be take responsibility o ma ba o man na nim Ghana for di ma be pachaw ani o man na kasa boko no anhwa the empathy be hu na be hu kaka kwa say aban wo so bibi o person force nipa I mean you force nipa to accept it whether you like it or yes ana akwa yo man mu say bibi ti say eba ya ni obi a nka ho asem ye say organizations na say no kasa no ye ni obi nkasa nchirechiremu ase finance ministry kura ba bonte be chirechiremu ma Ghana for kura ye nyante ase papa ne ti ase because onye nipa nyante ase ti ase yie ko ono bo kan na o ka de nkofo bi eden e kan de yam hie den eba obi a nkasa wo ha no ase ya ba bonte de wi abetum wo ha ne ya ba bonte na abetum Bible so obi nko hodin for fie nko fa na de I just want to chill inside hearing egunachi nobody will also allow that ye okura mu ana aban no say banks e okura mu nyina omo ahoɔden den akɔfam omo sika sema yɛ basa nti ɔyɛ ne yie asiesie na ma yɛ sika sem fa yɛ sika dwadie ho den agina yie owie na ɔyɛ standing course sabi omo yɛ fund investment managers no fund managers no mo yɛ various investments ye gu ni nyina dodo na me no ka say nipa dodo a omo sika kam sisi a me no ka say ya ka na ohu bedwirim because I've said it say Gold Coast na Black Shield before that no na nipa 800,000 na was pensioner hold was na also da be na what is aban aba bonte on de Ghana for kasa fasa de no say musika na bia aban nam ni dwumadie so a sika na ayira no nhihye we na da ho manima ye ma sec Security and Exchange Commission for more than I engage ni ya kire mo say sika no ko ebetua be nse da be na wate ho asem da be na wate say obi ka bia che I say patapa wo promumpo ye beye honorable with all due respect o man say NDC for na oteso anka me so nka na oba cancel o kan me so ya o kremu na NDC for call IMF
ya o man
mu incompetence ahodo I can kremu say minim how I betimi atro mismanagement of the economy, mismanagement of this, mismanagement of that. Enti omo kan omo dig we kan nti na me say ye ba ne ye di kasade ne Ghana fo kasa ne ye pa Ghana fo chew yanom ade na ginsamu sama mwaye a enye yie so da o kan ye pepepe o man ne ye dia enti ye ntimi nkofo obi fufuro bi a mama ne me yie adu ba bi a say ye nyina ye sacrifice to rebuild a country I say san bo bi na man ne den e sorry gina na so pepepe na so say obi we kwa na obi nko de say mama ban de obi ntimi nko obi ankoda aban a wo hwe ya aban no ai osuro reshuffle ai chiwade ma aban no cuz maybe mo new government the new style or the aban say you appoint obi a ya reshuffle no and that person can be there with my the open near now for the next 8 years and to be some mama ya some kwadi because na say our best now twini na ya beto reshuffle is coming one the Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night nipa na ye wi akira ahwe ankosi hu please so the government is a serious business but more accord us with respect. The government must accord us ye onfa nidie ene ebuo fama Ghana for cause untimi fa obi ade kwa untimi mfa patapa emfa obi ade kwa say ye say ehia say ye ko akope IMF sticker de aba na de aba say man because you know krepa na no kwede kanye di on nti na ya say ye kan say indeed not even the 3 billion na betima boy yin but penifo say bi de onu na oto eden e bi ntia and we are not even going to get the 3 billion at once say call no matter 3 billion the man honorable pacho na parliament is sanity here. Sanity
you come in trenches.
If we are able to meet requirements yeah omo here free wa and na trenches na den e baba because owura mahama penso kra IMF for koyi say sika dodo na ye penso ne bae aban penso ene bae enti media na mesre Christian Council kasa beka pa say aban no say oba back to the drawing board as say oba engage eni pa yes some money fifiri na omodwen da ache ho asemunti omode omusika koto ho say ode kwa akodidwa eye dwade o na wo person faso anan boa penifo say me kotwa me dua na namba cho wanse manya ntwa so a me pie to so
enka ho
ana asam na ye kan sika dwa na edin obi adwuma ho ye sika dwadie nkwa na odi anan boa ne dia ne say me sika koto oboso me so a sabe kakra beba ho no mfa ma no mfa ye den mfa ntwa dua ni honorable mpacho nyesa enti enye se obi a na enye sika no wonfa nye hwe na wonim na eda ho keke ntino de koto obi wo ho a de wodi ayesa bondi sa investment yi a wakwakoye na okoda ma de che ya papa da na wo kana asem hu no social media papa panimu bisa say until say nsa beka ni sika no ede onku fi asam say edika o kwan so ka ampa na sika na yene dia na ba jo yene dia
ne dia
nti so ojiri sika problem be ne wom sa na mo ba be ye kan say yi levy musimu ntie di obi abeka ewi akire e bomb so na afi de mo ko house to house room to room to go and explain ade anan ka betime explain because the ministry which man engage telecos no akoji sika na fi telecos no Ghana ha say we call now to credit 1 city now you call me no penese sakra untin go bi so wi ahwe ase onyankopon afri ato no say afri obi ani obetime bi say nyame de nti ofre no cause all the open oye enti ka telecos no ka betime ama aban ni sika na all the charges na gusu kakra ma yen credit unit receiving hwan no na kakra nka ban no nsa ka na ka somdue den aba na nso so nyansa dodo nti mu na munim nyansa chen obi ase ye kan asema obi ase ontie they don't want to engage anybody but you want ka so mbe ya no so mbe ye wi akire yi levi anka ya de papa ase nka me kura nka me onye sika kakra de aba botiano ama janka ase nka botiano kwan ka ye because etie minister na chese nka sika do na nkasa nka road sector na ka eden nka echo tikabe boye nyina ayeti ba bia sabi o ifi se ehonye nka ya de papa nanso approach na mu fire no amwa enti mu ntie ye ka bibia aban no entie now without the people no there's no government and nipa o man ni wa aban wo hoy aban wo bim nipa wo man mu no se ye ni ho aban ne wo hibiem nka me ntie emu oye honorable asam no ne kan ye sonko ne tie ye sonko ena ne yo so ye sonko na kwa ne ye na se anka wo dan a nana pacho na ye kan sen
if anything as ye kwa na se anka wo dan wo se contractor na ni gine
asam ni nyano no say affect wa who discuss here the discussion nya o enye din kra na mom nipa ATM na opai musika na mu dia ye bonds musika then he treasure bills musika na ye it say e woda ho a ngo nsusue bi say anhwe ni ye e kwa kodi adwa mu no ebi da wonna ebi nnum sabi BP no pressure abedan kofo so manfo tiem because the next banks no sabi o sika crop ya ni na eba fam na egu a o man na bo ya bo so ebe bo ma ye nyina enu nti na se ye nyina ye nya akoma pa se ye de be bo aban ye betima bo aban yisa aban go ni nsem because we ni nsem a ye bum ye betima bo aban yisa aban go ni nsem yisa aban bre ne ho ase na tumi ye de som ye mfa nhye dipa so tumi ye de som mo hwe de yo because you see makana fi ana masa ka bi tumi ye hokho obesuo no wanye ni ya okọ onsan ma bi treatment na modi treat tumi no wonya careful emre dania na wo yeden
oda na ho
da bia ya treat sei no se na mi wi chofia and me ntimi wi chofia because nsesan ya ba enti me call back to me na nanam penso abra na yedi nsesawa no so nsesawa say come pa
enu mu na hoden wo
ene kra ye nya bi jomu nto because say nkofo nkoyi nsesawa ma nsesawa no ye be call back to nsesawa enti aban so sisa na niema no honorable e wom se matimu ministers so aba fam ye but I'm still I know we lunch am take kasa na nkofo so monti ase so akase or the lean against lean government the agent no wabomusu ni musu abo nsen ye ina eti wo sisi ye se ahokere ba fia nana eniema ye ofia yensan no yensan kwan ye fa so eto niema bibia sesan ofie because if there is not there you can't force it to be there this eniema nkoyie na se ahokere ba na nkofo kra e ka se aban ye fi se wasuafo ni nipa do mo ye adwuma no dos dodo se so na emra foma be hu muso bi ankofo abo dis obi so be gina o ka se me de me ba na be ye o mampani media so for am do on be adwuma no met so am na kofa ban we I can say afari be ne wo now no na me hear city FM morning show anopa mo sister station bi now mu di presidency who fell I recount the number of communication staffs no more come once na that online can say social media yes I can na a man for but if say you two for now one tia ko tia dio aban obi eni ho be kasa kira ban ya ye ho na me obi eni ho I mean why defended this government than me that so gina baby me gina say even with this current challenges me between MPP and NDC I'll still choose MPP. I've said it means Rosameka mean very so even this current challenges me Senka NDC for find himself in this situation now nke bianca approach and comedy be background nke bianca bi wu me gitum sa na ni mom so nkire se sa aban ne nyema bi course na se enye papa me ni hu tumi ana me ni ano se meka se de wenti in peace aban ni se so sifam na ministry of finance ni person na ho anya ministers apart from say ye Dubai infio sa ka me nsa me wa Dubai wona nan me boa ye ni technical can say officers all they are all there. How many forums ya ni nkofo akasa say ye pese church mo bond no kra no bo nhihye ina ase ye pese church mo yi na mo hu say ya amfa ma mo this ya amfa ma mo that because untimi mfo obi sika ahoden so sa. And so that is why what do you call Christian Council for akasa because o man a Christopher na doso o man ye Christo man on tia say betima kotopum but sa na tie pepepe o man ye Christo man a Christopher ye man ye 71% of the population we decide for this country and the Christians Christian Council kasa o makasa no makasa ma dipa dodo o makasa ma 71% of this people in this country dodo na bi sika wo you can say these bonds ni hono na ma aya metati se nkofo kasa na mko sorry na mfaso na hwa ni but some people chire wo nipa dodo a kasa egu asoro hono omo ina nam kromu ntse sika. We are proud of the religion I am proud. I am so proud to be a Christian. Me is so proud to be called a child of God. Me is proud to be called a servant of God. Many jehompa because we also when you hu o dwan ni society no onya better than us. We also unya mini no because
o de
yeah unya mini no onya better than us.
E ho de emphasis.
Me dey see but the me person kan ina say Aban should come back to the drawing board. Should come back to the table. Na o engage sabi yenu papa no pensioners no. Engage the civil societies. Engage civil servants no. Unions ahodo. Even churches crying engage nana empanifo. Say Christian Council for. Say Aban engage o ma. Ko mo kasa kire o nipa do na meboa. Ana if o mo kasa ma yen ayenam ti ho ya ye na ye dose mo mu na say ye papa no say nchichiri mu say ne tie. De mom mu kwa asori a mu nchichiri mu mama asori mante ase. Say ba ya oman no ensei na ye betimi abo ho ban abo aban na. I am sure senka papa no enyusu statement o mu issue yi. I'm not sure senka Christian Council make statement we. Nanso aban no for obi anya hwe. Sa na mimi hu no. Ara na kwakwaye. When they take their decision, it's final. They will force it. Almost force it. I mean, through our truth. Say ope over Germany. But ye Germany sa enye ye. Ye timi nye menem sa so mani ye abra ye ntini amase amane nkomti. Mesre aban. Ani die kwan so. Ebuo ne fere kwan so. Say omumra no mo ne metena se. Na omuma ye ntie de ekoso na se. Na sa there are too many voices kasa. Kasa anona den adoso. E wa asem ba akopɛ ho. Nso asem ni nyina no da etiri wura no anana nya sa. Aban na asem na wona no. Nti aban ba no obekirechire mu kire oman ma. Na sabi radio station ahodo e wo yi. Nana ade ba ku ya wo piece of from ya obi antimi take it from you no say. So wura ku fado eye ne fellow Ghanaians na ho. De wa wotena se unyang botre na wo kirechire mu no. Wonu say nipa do bebre hwe na nado. Omu no be TPC FM say they asem na wura ku fado kan ye. And there's so many ways to communicate to the people. Say, oh, you have a consultant, Niamauska.
No muntia.
And yes, but Nasi.
Oh, Jamuntia.
And she sharing Chemu saying, Pacho,
Charles Omuntia and
Jaka. And who's Nana can be, make us say,
Jaka no Muntia.
71% here, Christian. But you can't say, Casa Ghana for tickets. Nakana 40 as a can Casa.
Abuntia, baby.
You can take it from anybody.
Abuntia.
And if what Hana would treat
Fly Mobitia.
No,
Fly Mobitia.
Oh, consultancy fee.
Oh, you bet you.
Mr. Between a man be crimes, make him. But we say from that. God, Nasa, Nana. Robert Nasa, that Uchi.
Oh, God.
Yanom Saka, I won't make a cranny. Yes, you are tofu. We come. Yes, I'm concerned being teaching. Found by me, bay. I am afraid Mimia that Miana Yamiadaroma, a teacher and Bobby, Mamma, dear Batna. You'll be never baby. But the tennis or mine who don't, me chef from me womb, or I meet him just from my mind cemetery. Ah, maybe Boama ya to a suicide dream. I try to agree, Nadia, how mine, by beating my ye, how or mine must beat my ye, I can't boom yet my own money. And he, Miss Resse, almost so do. Now was so I see how no one would you a strong hodo, almost so. Yeah, can you ask more froco? Yeah, can you know froco? Almost similar from normally from me didn't come. Now, grown if you film na kosro, menti that say dance with stroke bafom. But ye the free film na kosro. Film for no so na edoso. Ya if you kura say me ha mini a gan say grandsa do me abra. Amoma is amoma ne na mpoma ne jema grandsa do me abra akora kintampo. Ye no ye free chiri no ye na edoso. Ye so na asam ne say ante ase aban ye enye yi. Nti aban mra ohun nipa bi te semonom. Na yen makwan ma yen kyerɛkyerɛ mu ma nyema den enko fom na ebe yi kura na engagement na say is engage what do you call it yi levy nhyehyɛ na minister called region by region or region to region na wo yen kyerɛkyerɛ mu pese o kyerɛ de nti aho bi hia ahomfa so a ɛwɔ na ya de papa the moment it was even afterthought but this time round no yasan that mistakes ni biem say we have come out with a program enipa na ye program na mom no omo ntiase Bible say enipa mienu ntimi nya adwen ba ko abra won eden nana
omo nti omo ho ase
except to agree nti nipa mienu ntimi nya adwen ba ko abra omo nti omo ho ase se menti asem na se a medam agi atum medam ya ban ya adwen aban asem na aban no ka no se me tuwe menti ase na nhyehyɛ no minim die nhyehyɛ no kyerɛ a meye den nam ne aban ya adwen. And so government should listen. Omuntie yen no mumra fom. Omuni Ghana for medin sa woso nkasa. Achia panifo say den emuye. Abebu nyina hene no. E wom say yen cancel I am a program no. Even though I am a physical quantity meje o mani nyina, but bi do onuma na tron bi. Abebo yen akushin yen. Abra ye wom say be ya fan wo ne kane aka ne hu no ma nyina no. E betimi susuro den asomu no. It is good say betimi kom. Mem mesre and you counsel. Ahobrasi mu. Aban si fam. On free so si fam. Oni e mekasa. Na me ogidie pa. Se Ghana for ye do e man o. Because ye ni o man foforo bi abim. It's only Ghana na ye wo. Ghana for be jatum. E be gin hihye na tum. Ama ye nyina ya tenase anum. Sabi asundue bua ana kuruwa. Ye nyina be man no. Ne ya hwa ama o man ni hihye ni o man ni dwumadi a e pese ye de. Atimi akototin. Wano. Se de nyina ye hwe.
Mate Medase. Edwin Mauli Afeti, you're on the 4th floor today. As you turn 40, Edwin Mauli Afeti, many more blessings to you on the occasion of your 40th birthday from my brother Eric and Bemu to you, Edwin Mauli Afeti, praying for God's blessings upon your life on the occasion of your 40th birthday. Happy 40th birthday to you, Mauli, a proud January born. Adwenkyere ba ko mienu bi amode aba enie mama menkenkan eno wiye ana afei ya to aso e wo ha sei Bobby Big Boss Teacher Mante says, I will entreat government to come out with strategic and pragmatic communication structures and strategies for the ordinary Ghanaian to get exactly what this bank brouhaha means. Other than that, our emotions, fear and panic, skepticism and personal interest will destroy this beautiful country called Ghana one day. Okay. This one from Segadus in Ashtown says, "Good morning, Cardinal. Please permit me to share a word with my brother Charles Usu. He may not like it, but still, I would have been happy if he used the time to call on the government to water their dusty road, to tell his neighbors to come together to mobilize resources to water their own road. Self-service is no slavery." Segadus. Anyway, Rainbow Ikaswa says, "Fantastic nation building submission from your panelists this morning. Government must listen to our opinions so we build Ghana together." Okay, my regards to Ninoy of Clote College constituency and Honorable Mavis Howard Kum Sen Rainbow Nadu Ikaswa by Shiftman or say Ewo Atunsu. Kadna, like the Honorable Sly and Charles have said, the financial architecture of this country is around Honorable Ken Ofori-Atta, and he believes we can build confidence in the country's economy again, but the buck stop with the presidency. However, I pray that the MPP MPs can this time have a say in this bond issue and make an impact. Regards to Alan Tremate and all G30 members in Kumasi. Chefman Enodu Ifri Atunsu Ebaye. Musa Abatwa in Kumasi, but now he says he's in Asomasi. A 677-year-old man, Peter Kwadwo Nyasepe, who sold his 2 houses to invest in government bonds, had this to say: "On 22nd January, I will go to the GCB to receive my coupon. I won't leave the bank till I get my bond returns." He vowed to die at the bank if he didn't receive money to buy his drug. God save Ghana from this mess. Musa Batwa, and on the way Efri Kumasi Ebaye. Okay. I was like,
Cardinal.
any other issue? I person can want some near the point of pay.
Well, there have been person me can want some there. It's about National Cathedral. Now, before then, and I mean that Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Enimyebwa, and about me personally, my court kama isi or district court. I started ejuma through the District Assembly Common Fund program here for the judiciary across the country. Na omampeni eni swadi hunu say court ebe ben nipa domno municipality no wo population over 350,000 na court bi eni ho and raw share court na Chief Justice betwa homamu a ya de magistrate abahwa ebe start abua litigation ewo area ho nra menya ho kwanya ekasa me municipal chief executive ni MC any regional minister or two Nanemusini Sheila Battles MP for Blakuma North and a representing and me da obi biase ni me party chairman executives nina omuma EF na afin so divisional chief or a man from ni Kwashi Babilo Obrempong ono nso any tuba ahemfo kukrobite botiano just obi aba mani yefe na they express gratitude to the president who share the cost of traveling from in fact Enra Chief Justice not the judge crowd but it was beautiful and colorful ceremony by my friend Enra as I see divisional police headquarters a war when ye about Tuba regional commander eba my inspection yes set date for the commissioning of the new divisional police command. Now there will be a new police station attached to it for the people of Tuba. The divisional command is not a police station for the way no, but there's a police station in the same premises for the Tuba community. Said but that works under the Kokrokoo police district police command. And we are grateful and regimented of course one. Yeda omampeniase. Now such court, according to the Chief Justice, say for people to travel and now for share how cases a pile up where a court no na delay na docket ayira na de ade no we are putting about 100 courts across the country said the justice delivery will be faster, cheaper to litigant. And I make sure also say yeah, see court no interest say assembly almost one now will they call court. Soon the court will be overwhelmed. In the more than make ADR, alternative dispute resolution, as part of your culture. And Chief Justice team will be more say because I don't know you're less expensive na enkobwa ma obi ndi for obi ndi we but nyina SEC ma efe esanso ka chom say nya asem bia so na di call ADR say bi obi ko to obi mu na yemfa nko ADR nje no dia o say kokoto obi ko wia obi ade na ye we ndi wa himfie nti omuma yenhwe ni ye but no a be do mampani ase enche na hwe kuma ase high court judges baby a umbetina na ohwe edifice kama ye ne ho is part of the infrastructure improvement since the days of independence in this omampani bia ba why infrastructure for the judiciary more than what Danado Dankwa Akufo-Addo is doing for the judicial service of our country. And the judicial secretary and also her leadership on also eba hobi na on the cathedral na Okujetwa Blakwa Kisi Boati Bruha petition file as charged by MP. Reverend replies. One would have thought say Sananke was a kono when Usaka Krata na ususun say adie we dream be and as bibi akoso enye the public space na untrim pone say ubegu sofu ni mase. No, me I never agreed with Okujeto on that tangent. Sebi Kusi Boati, me share once in my life. Onye me sofo, onye madam fo. I've met him once, but like Charles Usuka, you know, me to me internase mo bi mfa sofo anyame afre no onfa nanim entry forms and I think it's unfortunate. Obia was right under the constitution. Right now wenya na office Osaka Nkrata na social media space udi gu nani mase no sebi saa no bi su gu wani mase saa enye ofe so bi akotena bonde so honorable member wakoto mo na echina nipa no be hu se sebi wonkoto mo na we gu wani mase wie barakada appropriate forum ne se wanya Nkrata office saa Nkrata we wonni capacity se obehwehwem. And the Okika na bonti ansa na odin krata an ko mashraj no emfa so be ne ba so anka ni papa mu no ko file petition to the shrine for investigating matter no mfa report to metro bonti na the politics so ada baby akuduru no airtime. And I think say Honorable Okujeto Blakwa must be careful with how he want to be a hero in this country overnight. Nyama we ye nyina no ekosi say finally the same document I would be to Abontin trying to run him down. You've forgotten, say, you don't have capacity to investigate and make a determination on the matter. I feel the Akwa could do Shraj. And it's a Shraj in the report, but after all, the okay in one can hear the only thing you come and issue one line statement, semi poucho. What kind of way is that? NDC from Sami Jemfi to the last person. Womobaya allegations, who do Womoko Jina Quarter, they are found wanting. What kind of way is this? Oh, court ID cases ma sankrofo no bua omufo when they have to pay compensation they go around begging. Okujeto Blakwa can't dream ni kata hye it's your mind na nramika on network bi so nipa a court of competent jurisdiction abua omufo se mo aye dream bo oman mo omu free prison ba ye and NDC aban Okujeto kan ye ma omu different positions in this country. And your positions keka financial sectors and you do omukugu. Where was Okujeto Blakwa? Where was the NDC apparatchikis? Now this issue of paying 2.6 million to Reverend Kusi Boati, there were every evidence and proper documentation said it was a money he advanced to the secretariat. So when they had their money, they paid back to him. Now what Fred is some for the two, it doesn't help. Politics now, no. Sebi, we shouldn't set out say you be go ubi hufi. Said no. I think it's unfortunate, and the earlier you be condemning in no uncertain terms. Look, Assembly Parliament last year, when the Defense and Interior Committee of Parliament, Ministry the proposal to buy some equipment for the military. They did all the investigations, traveled, went. Honorable Agaga is the ranking member of the committee. Ono a support to report now committee in the buyer say indeed you took it meets the standard. And why no could was rose on his feet on your opportunity, rubbishing all of them. When you are not an expert, his only source was say he read something on the social internet. So that day, a tournament between Ononi and Honorable Agaga on the floor of the house. Why? If you want to be celebrated, this is not the way. Oguja to start or see or toss cement man in chrome for you some for die. Mo being friend in beside the cement is no what. Over to subsidize cement and my constituency. This cheap populist way of politicking, it is becoming one too many in our body politics, and it's unfortunate. And I think say I'm happy the matter is before Shraj. The appropriate state institution clothed with the authority to investigate this matter has been called upon finally. And of course, the Reverend Minister had also replied. Now, say, open political power, you don't denigrate Obi for the sake of political experience. Look, me, I have said, and then this year I'd always say, Cathedral no personal pledge to God. Now, opposition leader being an onion every vision, every project emanate from the vision of the leader. Even from opposition on your way, or about the advancing kind of the executive. But that does not also stop us. So what criticism about the project want to be what criticism but not to say will be good about the project. I had my own reservations about this project, especially the consultancy for the drawing for David Ajayi in this country. Me, Maka Kambium. Na yesi cathedral amagana architect professors amoya architect ukroma say benya bebre just float it obi be ya chew because enyame adwuma na yepese yede ye na nipa baako look at the cost sika yeso ma nipa baako in the name of architectural drawing o Ghana ni na ga ono de onsom nyame enti ono sa nipa no say wo ye nyame sum ni na wo ye nyina pese ye boa na nipa baako. It doesn't mean say I don't support the cathedral. I support the cathedral, but near my book cathedral no I feel say it is wrong, and we've said it one too many. Sabi and now you want to you know first cannot the call cathedral the nyansi you so we paid him. A poor person out there, we are calling on me we are calling on a poor person say or suspending the bond repayment. Also say millions of dollars I cannot the call. I don't know no returning. Say cathedral nyansi so provision ben now yeah drawing you know. That's how much we paid, and that's unfortunate. Maybe
Charles Nana anopayana me sisi me ho abasa me ba
extend my greetings to Reverend Charles Ousu. It's been a while that I heard from him. Kofi Mante to you, Charles Ousu.
Kofi Michel.
Charles
me beba na jami sisi mo na me call mo abefo intention who say ora Akufu Dampare IGP and a Michiano or Public Accounts Committee na or Public Accounts Committee they said honorable and one of the members no me nim ni because na nim hu na nim nya family am say the question obisa IGP ni say kwan be na obefa so obeti masi false prophet kwan and as a false prophecy ano and I saw him say me about nyam sam ho asem ametie I mean me nobody can take it from me even though na menye osofo kra na say ye mmakwan mo bia nyam ho fi because me nim say Public Accounts Committee mujuma isi mo nso kase pa na say be ya ebeti ma hwe kwan ebeti ma fa so na leakages keta se shane pro ne kankan ama o man yi se ya bedu ba bi ya duru yai ene ya so ye kuru ade akofe yi ase ekwakobo me na minim say bi obebi sa IGP say why are they ampa indeed what time could do no in America crime rate there e ko from because of and police for ahodo do am wo mountain so na feasibility motos ahodo ekura am na hu be a hu police for and next so no even though o share o call the institution na ngase mu a bebre ne disagree with an approach or the abane but ebuo aba police adwuma so which is true but obisa GP kwan obefa so a police for welfare say by ya say ne say police ni kwa abonte kra because I've heard say and IGP hwehwen sase wo throughout the whole country ever say or training camps for baby say by yen so ankofo free baby bebre dey enfam begu one center it is a laudable idea say by ya ne police ni nye say wa free adwuma not host 24/7 now but energetic or di nkanya bi den e be ba adwuma no nti he is now changing the face of the police if indeed that is true. I don't like certain things that way. Nanso no correct. Man say member of parliament be say the welfare of police. Man say be say recruitment in wasem. Man say o ka crime ho asem. But kwan you obefa so a. But let me say it here. Come on we mu. Nobody for be any ho. Oba wo no moja nam ni mu obetimasi yankopon anu ehun kwan. Say nyame nkasa. And nyankopon ma obia the kwan a won fan enchire which prophecy is false and which prophecy is true. Fanya. Embra ben ya. He's a parliamentarian. On you on my parliament nyamra. Na yen kan chere say ma obia professor okruma fe. So that he will be okay. Other than I said no everything about Christ, everything about Christianity is like I say, you can be biased. At police administration, and I like the response of the IGP, even though I disagree with some of the things that he said. Look, the fact that won't take the gati kasa and ankran kasa, and chase will be in take kasa. Many honorable Sly or Enkrani. Do wait, my kasa man a batias. So when you cranny not to honor and cranny kasa ne back the kasa or tiase or chasia, you wouldn't understand. On your miasem, I am quasiasem ewo nyansafo ani so. And nyansafo ani so nyama mo yeso yen quasiasem wa Christopher ani so. Sa pepe penete. Sa na nyamiasem aka. And it doesn't prophecy enye nyansasem if they don't understand. Prophecy enye nyansasem ka. Preaching enye nyansasem ka. Prophecy enye nyansasem ka. Nanka sabi Elijah enko ka say akuma tonsuma yenko budua an yentwa dua mfamra dua ye steam talking kan Bible not here dua Bible so the dua the tunso na namboa na nanya sanete
tanete
akuma ntima bia mfiama scientists be bit make that bit make it sensible nyame asem enye nyansasem ewa nyansafo ani so ena nyansafo so asem no enye nyansasem ewa ye jimifo aye Christopher no ye ni so but we are not fools obi kwa so onye fool obi professor ya enchire say nipa no I mean what kind of life is this in this country that in parliament public accounts committee the only question that he can ask is say well how are you going to stop false prophecy?
But who determines what is a false prophecy?
Who determines it? Is it Parliament that determines what is prophecy, false, or which one? How do they determine? My you won't say I want you to buy you say you are some near Basia Kabichenko a year. Prophecy near Basia. Let me say, Dana. No, be anti say. You can go to hell. We will prophesy today, we will prophesy tomorrow, any other day, until say Yamibe Jakasa and then ma. So Yami Kasa, Yami Kasa. Now, men country will be as to say, yeah, audit, against saying prophecy. Prophecy near Kasa, ye can be a quiet edit. Near son so the air papa, the other country will be what mine. But Yami chase will be Una say, Yan can't know who cares. Yan can't want to say, I mean, will be for home. So please, the dignity about Christianity, the young Macquine, and me, we can have issues with individuals. Honorable member of parliament may issue. And just a parliament as a whole here at the Bonnie. And I need parliament in answer you, or when your papa, and our parliamentarians in your baby. I have issue with Public Accounts Committee just say I did Moody or Honey Papa. But I have issue with the question that the member of parliament posed to the IGP about false prophecy. Who determined it?
Finally,
the make no. Yes, you because why did he? A Christian go on. So we need my uradia. Hwehwene. Say wo pe. Me sorry free me mofra CBC ne. Me hu say ni frafo ani ete Yesu di nti. Me hu say asosifo mo aso se ete asem Yesu di nti. Me hu de ewu a wasore enam Yesu di nti. Edin bie ni asase so, ni asase ase. Ani ensu ase a ya bo a nipa nyankwa je o asase so da. Enti say wo pe. Owura Yesu okoso edi ni hine. Say wo pe, ewiase Yesu dia. Enye nipa dia. Enti Kristo ekoso edi hire. Wondim Yesu a 2023. Hwehwe Yesu achi kwan. Ansana da bone naba. Na medase.
Meso medase. Ona was line no pe medase o.
Medase.
Kame enhira Charles ususo medase papa. Nyankopon enhira na oma bibia enye kama emfa emaye nyina na oma yen glorious weekend. Na bibia nkuye emfa emaye. Akosua doa champon. Or Matthias of Uganda, Jubilee KG1B, SN Wenya Infie and 9. Honorable IK Echampo Assembly Member Waduato, or say Yemfa Trinkwa Emma Akusia Dua Echampon, and Afi Isa Kutoma, we are Deputy Operations Commander. For Honorable Alan Cheramatin, a happy birthday to you, Isa Kutoma. Also, Mrs. Nana Ama Okante say, happy birthday, Emma o Isa Kutoma, and eye wawuda. Senia, yes, me as a mechanic. Mammy Penny, and a fountimia, Mrs. Star, Penny, Cecilia Kessie, Adodona Fro, Auntie Dinah, our what tenso. That they swaba achira dia sese unso wa homijim ochana ena ne maame epen krabre ewo mehame nti mo amuni mante dan na ewo that they swaba tenso no ochana na wakwa akugyae ewo mehame na yakra na chi ama bibia aye kama yankopon enka mo nyina mo edamase in advance ena na otwi so yedemo esie me behwe akiri ma chairman general Kwame Sefakan Perifo ebo michidom Dr. Father Dixon Kennedy Asante Osei Esquire Reverend Kojo Asante Peter Squire Steven Bar for Isaac Opoko Pretty Joy Nana ya konedu Mama Africa Mami Biama Kwafo Akusia Go Aboaje Udi Ahenkan Kwame Yeboa Na Poso Hima Ajua Yeboa Eji Onomne Tamechi Emma Mehwe Chirima Chemanjina Kwame Sefakan Living in the world my brother a friend in an orchestra, bet me a friend the Cardinal. Live in this world, you living in the world, mama. Summer, Yamaya Dumana Ochia Ebe, some Babatia Hon and Kabu. Kofi Kumberson, the Real Baby, no more track of himself, Premo Beto. May there are some Jamuna. We want to know about Macram.